any job I get, right?
That's not what I meant. I never said that. But you need to be realistic.
Realistic about what?
It's been 6 months since you were let go of your last job, and we've been married for 6 months too.
Yeah, I got fired right after we got married. I know that.
Exactly, and in those 6 months, what have you actually accomplished?
I've sent out so many applications.
How many?
I don't know the exact number. A lot?
Give me a number.
Maybe 15?
15 applications in the last 6 months? That's not even one per week. You should be applying way more.
Quality over quantity. I can't just apply to random jobs.
Quality would mean you got actual interviews. Have you had any interviews with any companies?
No.
See, that's what I thought. I want to start saving for our future together.
We do have savings.
My savings from before we married. That doesn't count. We need to think about our future. Maybe you could try temp work or part-time jobs for now.
Temp work? Are you being serious?
Yes, I am being serious. Being unemployed for too long doesn't look good anyway.
So now you're worried about status?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm worried about our future. Plus, we haven't even gone on our honeymoon yet because you haven't been working.
Oh, now it's about the honeymoon?
Don't change the subject. It's about that and your job situation.
Oh, you're the type who cares about that wedding stuff.
What do you mean, that type?
You said you didn't want a wedding ceremony, so I thought you forgot about the honeymoon too. I didn't think you cared.
I haven't forgotten. Why would I? Those are two completely different things. I actually prefer the honeymoon over a big wedding.
But what about the wedding thing?
I'm 7 years older than you, and wearing a dress to gather people at this age just felt weird to me.
Age shouldn't matter for that, though.
It's easy for you to say, it's harder for me. Maybe, but if I was going to wear one, I would have preferred to do it when I was younger.
You could still wear one now.
That's not the point. That's not what I want right now. Plus, all the preparation and money involved.
My sister spent like $30,000 on her wedding when she got married.
Exactly. That's a lot of money. I'd rather spend that money on a nice honeymoon. It would make for better memories, don't you think?
I guess so.
What do you mean by, ah?
Well, let's go on the honeymoon then if you want it that bad.
We can't while you're unemployed, remember?
Why not?
We don't have enough money. We were planning to go to Europe, remember? Do you have any idea how much that costs?
Well, we can use your savings. That should be enough, right?
What savings, Tom? And you're expecting me to cover all of it? Do you know how much that would be?
I'll pay you back after I find work. It's not going to be a big deal.
Like you paid me back for the new gaming console that you promised me you would?
That's different.
How?
It just is. Besides, isn't this perfect timing?
Perfect timing for what?
While I'm unemployed, it'll be easier to match our schedules to take a vacation.
That's true, but the money is still an issue. We can't just use it all up.
You can use your vacation days, right?
Yes, but that's not the point.
Who knows when we'll get another chance?
Be specific. Can't you tell me more about it?
I'll walk Snow when I get back.
When will that be?
I'm not sure.
Alright then. You can just skip dinner too. I'll eat by myself.
You're mad. Don't be like that.
No, I'm just disappointed.
That's worse than being mad.
Yes, it is. At least you know that much.
Sarah, what time are you coming home tonight?
Normal time? Around 7?
If you're gonna be late, can I order delivery for dinner?
Use your own money if you do, but don't use mine. Actually, I have something to ask you.
Oh, what is it?
Tom, you always walk Snow properly on weekends and holidays, right?
Well, yeah, it's your day off. I want you to be able to relax.
Is that really why you walk him those days?
Yeah, of course. What else would it be?
You're sure about that?
I said yes. Why are you asking that?
So, why did my friend see you having coffee with a young woman?
What? I don't...
You never mentioned meeting anyone at nighttime before.
Are you having me followed by someone? Are you accusing me of cheating on you with someone else? A friend of yours just happened to see me one night?
Since we're married, it would be having an affair, not cheating.
So you care about that kind of thing too? Did you find this funny or something?
Do you hear laughter in text messages? Why do you think I find this whole thing funny? This isn't funny at all.
Fine. I was meeting with her, yeah.
Just like that? You admit it?
Because it's not what you think. I was meeting with her, yeah. That part is right.
So you admit to the affair?
No, that's not it. You're just jumping to conclusions. She's the one who gave us Snow.
What?
The rescue worker. It's not an affair, I promise.
Oh, right. We got him from someone doing rescue work. And you just happened to meet her for coffee?
Exactly.
At 8 p.m. Why so late?
Sometimes I take Snow to dog cafes to meet her.
Dog cafes that are open that late?
Plus, since I'm new to having a dog, she gives me advice on how to take care of them.
Advice that can only be given at night.
You're making this sound wrong. It's not like that. She's even helping me figure out where to board Snow during our honeymoon.
Really? She did? What do you think I'm going to do?
Can you really get divorced at your age?
Yes, I can. Of course I can.
Your parents were crying of joy when we got engaged.
Don't bring my parents into this.
Now you're going to make them sad for divorce?
That's enough from you. You have no right to be saying any of this. My parents want me to have a happy marriage, not an unhappy one.
They'll be devastated if you divorce me.
They'll understand after I tell them everything. Too bad for you. I'm not desperate enough for marriage to cling to someone like you. I deserve better.
You'll regret this.
No, I really won't. I'm meeting with a lawyer later, so be ready to face the consequences.
Are you going to talk about divorce?
Of course, among other things as well.
Fine by me. I'll get the division of your assets anyway.
You really think so?
Of course I would.
Yes, divorce is part of it, but Alyssa is also pressing charges against you.
Again, why would Alyssa press charges against me?
You really don't get it, do you?
She's my girlfriend and we're going to Europe tomorrow. We planned it together.
No, Tom, you're not. Not anymore. Just like how you see me as an old hag at 7 years older, Alyssa sees you as a creepy old man who is 20 years older than her.
That's different. Alyssa doesn't think I'm a creepy old man.
Have you even asked her?
She likes me back.
Is that what you think? What about Snow? What are your plans for him?
You can have him.
Just like that?
Shut up, old hag. You'll be lonely by yourself anyway. Snow can keep you company.
Fine. I'm definitely getting divorced, so don't come back to the house anymore.
Where am I supposed to go?
Not my problem. Figure it out yourself. I'll send all your stuff to your parents' place.
Sarah, where are you hiding Alyssa?
What?
I went to her house, but they said she wasn't there.
Did you really say that? You're seriously so creepy. Alyssa contacted me first.
She did? Why did she contact you instead of me?
She says to stop texting and calling her.
You did something, didn't you? You said something to her.
Like what?
You turned her against me.
That's just her real feelings. Since you're completely delusional, let me explain something. Alyssa is not dating you.
You don't know anything between us.
There is no us between you and her. Stop being creepy.
Does she have a boyfriend?
That's none of your business.
How many people has she dated?
Stop it. She said you were sending her creepy messages about personal stuff.
I was just making conversation with her.
About her dating history, her daily schedule, her family?
Besides, Alyssa and I are dating.
No, you're not dating her.
I confessed to her though.
And what did she say?
She smiled at me.
That's not a yes.
We've met many times and she always smiles at me.
Because she was scared of you.
Why would she be scared of me? I never did anything to scare her away. We even talked about doing rescue work together in the future.
That wasn't a promise.
And she agreed to go to Europe with me.
When exactly did she agree?
She said she wanted to go because they're more advanced with animal welfare than Japan.
That was just her opinion, not agreement to travel with you.
She seemed excited about it though.
About Europe. She wasn't excited about going there with you. And Alyssa was too scared to ignore your messages until now.
What's scary about me? Why is she scared of me?
Are you being serious? She's terrified of you because you know her real name, her school, and her address. You know everything about her.
So what? What's the big deal with that? Those aren't secrets.
How do you think a young woman feels when a creepy older man sends dozens of disturbing messages every day?
They weren't disturbing. None of them were.
You asked about her past relationships.
I was just interested. I wanted to get to know her.
You asked what time she goes to bed.
I was just concerned.
You asked about her family situation.
I care about her. I was just trying to learn about her. Think I'd hurt her?
Yes, I do. She was so worried she couldn't even tell her busy mom about it. She's been struggling with this all alone.
She could have told me to stop.
She was afraid of how you'd react. She was crying because of what you've been doing.
It can't be true.
It is true. She told me everything.
Wait, maybe she's lying to you because she doesn't want our affair exposed?
There is no affair. It was all in your head.
Is Alyssa that kind of girl?
What kind of girl?
I thought she was more pure.
She is, but that's different.
See? She's from a single-parent household. She probably doesn't want to cause trouble for mom over settlement money.
You really have a convenient way of thinking. You call me an old hag for being older than you, but you can't imagine being seen as a creepy old man yourself.
I'm barely in my 30s and I take care of my appearance.
You're almost 40.
But I look younger than my actual age.
Alyssa called you a gross old man.
That must be your lie. You're just making things up.
Do you want to see the messages that she sent me? It's not a lie. Like I said earlier, Alyssa is preparing to take legal action against you. By his parents, living like a robot while paying off the settlement. I couldn't care less what happens to him, but since he seems to cause trouble when he falls in love, I hope he stays quiet. I'm back to being single after a long time, but now I have my beloved dog Snow. While I was hurt by marrying someone who only wanted my money, meeting Snow was the one good thing that came from marrying Tom. Snow comforts me every day so much that I don't have to feel down. From now on, I'm looking forward to enjoying life with just the two of us.
You think that's enough to repay me? Don't make me laugh.
Isn't everything, Mom? There are more important things in life, like dignity and We should stop seeing each other.
What? Is this because of...
So sorry.
For what?
Your family was forced out because of me. I heard your dad lost his
carefully about what you're saying.
I wouldn't try to remove you with just a bluff.
Destroy that evidence right now. Whatever you think you have, get rid of it. This instant. If you're my son, you'll do as I say. You owe me that much.
No.
Are you trying to cause more damage to the company? We're already getting complaints from business partners. Our stock is dropping. Partners are nervous. Think about the shareholders. Think about our employees.
That's your fault for having the affair and for embezzling money. Take responsibility and step down as CEO.
Ethan, the CEO position is your father's legacy to me. Your father trusted me with this. This was his final wish.
I think capable people should be in charge, not you who uses the company for personal gain, or me who's been too weak to stand up to you. Uncle James, who supported the company
Hey Sarah, are you still at work?
Yeah, I'm just finishing up some reports.
It's almost 8. Didn't you start at 9 this morning?
The new inventory system is giving everyone trouble. I should be done soon, though.
That's the 3rd time this week. We barely see you anymore.
I know, I'm sorry. But the overtime pay helps with Emma's after-school activities.
I'd rather have you home for dinner. Emma keeps asking where you are.
I feel bad about that. Tell her I'll make her favorite pancakes this weekend.
That's what you said last weekend. Then you got called in for emergency training.
That wasn't my fault. We had to learn the new system. Hey, are you busy today?
Why? Are you going to be home early?
Could you pick up Emma from after-school care at 7?
Sure, but what's going on? Is it another late night?
I have to work overtime at my job.
Again? Sarah, this is getting ridiculous at this point. You're part-time. How are they giving you so much overtime?
The holiday season is coming up. We need to prepare inventory. Plus, train the seasonal staff.
It's only September. Since when does inventory prep start this early?
Things are different this year. New management, new systems. Everything takes longer.
Overtime again? It's been happening a lot lately.
Yeah, we're just short-staffed right now. But we just posted a job listing, so things should get back to normal soon.
When exactly? You've been saying soon for weeks now.
I don't know exactly. These things take time. Why are you questioning everything lately?
Because nothing adds up. Last week you said you were training new staff. Now you're short-staffed?
We lost 2 people right after training. They found better jobs. It happens all the time.
Is that what's really going on?
What do you mean?
I didn't want to say anything in front of Emma, but you've been acting differently lately. Not just with the overtime.
Different how?
You're always on your phone, even at dinner when you're actually home. Keep taking calls in the other room. You changed your phone password.
My old password was too simple. IT at work said we should all update our passwords.
Since when does a retail store care about phone passwords?
It's about security. We handle customer data now.
Sarah, please. Just tell me what's really happening.
Nothing is happening. Why are you being like this?
Because I'm worried. You're never home. When you are home, you're distracted. You barely talk to me anymore. Emma noticed too.
What did Emma say?
She asked if you were mad at us, if that's why you're always gone.
Of course I'm not mad. I'm working hard for our family.
Are you? Or is there something else?
Like what?
I'm not sure. You're always on your phone now, even at home, and you're gone more than usual. I hate to say this, but I'm worried you might be having an affair.
What? How could you say that?
You're acting exactly like my sister's ex did before she found out about his affair. The overtime, the phone secrecy, the distance.
I'm not having an affair. I can't believe you'd accuse me of that just because of that. After 10 years together?
That's exactly why I'm worried. We've never been like this before. You've never been like this before.
I'm just busy with work. Why isn't that enough of an answer?
Because I called your store yesterday, asked for you. They said you left at 5.
You checked up on me?
I was just worried. I wanted to bring you dinner, but you weren't there. Where were you really?
I can't believe you did that. Don't you trust me at all?
I want to trust you, but you're making it really hard.
This is crazy. I don't need to justify every minute of my day.
You do when you're lying about where you are, when you're missing dinner with your daughter, when you're making me handle everything at home.
I'm not lying. And I appreciate everything you do. I really do.
I didn't want to think this way, but something feels off, like you're hiding something. We've been together for 10 years, I can tell. Please, just be honest with me. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I'm prepared for whatever you tell me.
Mark,
Yes?
I'm sorry.
So you are having an affair.
No, that's not it. I've been meeting with my mom.
What? Your mom? The same mom who tried to ruin our wedding? The same mom you haven't spoken to in 10 years?
Yeah. I'm really sorry I didn't tell you. I was afraid of how you'd react.
I'm fine as long as you're okay with it. She's still not trying to break us up, is she?
No, it's nothing like that. She's actually accepted our marriage now. She seems different after these 10 years.
When did this start?
About 3 months ago, she reached out through my old email.
That's when all this started, the overtime excuse.
Yeah, I didn't know how to tell you. Not after everything that happened.
Well, 10 years is a long time. People can change.
You're not mad?
I'm relieved. I'm worried, but relieved at the same time.
You remember how awful my mom was, right? Never took care of me as a kid, stole my money when I started working, then tried to marry me off when we got engaged.
Yeah, to that guy twice your age. All because she wanted him to pay off her gambling debts. Hard to forget that.
Exactly. She always tried to use me for something. I never thought we'd reconcile. But maybe it's because we're both older now. After meeting her once, she seemed normal. She's not gambling anymore, and she's like a regular grandma now.
I see, but why all the secrecy?
I'm so sorry I kept meeting her in secret. I was worried you'd be concerned if I told you, after how hard you fought to protect me from her before.
Of course I would be. I know everything you went through with her. I was there for the aftermath.
When I met her, I was surprised to feel happy about it. Even though I used to hate her so much. It's weird, right?
I get it. Maybe it's just a parent-child bond. No matter what happens, she's still your mom.
Maybe. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. Sometimes I feel like that scared teenager again when I'm with her. Other times, it feels healing.
Well, I'm relieved. What? I really thought you were having an affair. I'm glad that wasn't it. I'm actually about to cry right now.
I'm sorry. I made you worry for nothing. I should have trusted you with this. I should have told you sooner.
Yeah, you should have. We're supposed to be partners through everything.
I know. I was just scared. Scared of dragging up the past. Scared of hurting you and Emma.
You really did. I understand it might be hard to talk about your mom, but we're married. No more secrets, okay?
Yeah, I understand. I'll tell you everything from now on. Promise.
So, are you meeting your mom today too?
Yeah, that's actually what's happening. We're having coffee at that place near her apartment.
Why don't we invite her over to our house? Might be easier than all these secret meetings.
Oh, maybe not yet? I mean, I'm meeting with Mom now, but how do I say this? I don't fully trust her yet. I'm sorry, I know you're trying to help.
No, don't rush it, that's fine. But has she asked about seeing Emma? She must be curious about her granddaughter.
Well, yes, but I'm not really ready for that yet. I need to be sure first that she's really changed.
I get it. That makes sense. Take your time. Just keep me in the loop from now on.
I do want them to meet someday, though, when I'm sure it's safe.
Thanks for telling me everything, even if I kind of forced it out of you.
No, don't say that. It was my fault for keeping secrets and making you worry. Oh, I won't be too late tonight, but go ahead and eat dinner without me. Mom just wants to show me some old photos.
Okay, be careful out there. Text me when you're heading home.
Thanks. Take care of Emma for me. Tell her I love her.
Always do. And Sarah? Enough to trust her with Emma?
She's different now. Calmer. She even has photos of Emma from the times I sent her updates.
You've been sending her photos? For how long?
Just since we started talking again, she asked about Emma, wanted to know what she was like.
If you think that's okay, then it's fine. But I'd like to say hello to her too at some point, before Emma stays over.
Yeah, I know. But Mom says she's too ashamed to face you.
What? Why?
Because she opposed our marriage, remember? You remember how she said all those things when you came to greet her? About how I was throwing my life away?
Yeah, she did say a lot of things, but that's in the past. Honestly, I was more upset about how she treated you than her opposing our marriage. If you two have made peace, I don't mind any of that old stuff.
She feels really bad about it now. Says she was stupid and selfish.
Has she apologized to you for everything else?
We're working through it. She cried when she talked about the arranged marriage thing. She said she was desperate then, but knows it was wrong.
And the money she took from you?
She's promised to pay it back. She has a job at a senior center now. She has a regular income.
That's good. Really good. Where does she live now?
In the apartment complex near the park. The one with the blue roof, about 30 minutes from us.
The renovated one? That's not cheap.
She says she's been saving, living carefully, trying to make amends.
Thank you for telling me all this. I know it must be complicated.
Thank you for understanding. I'll let her know. Maybe she'll meet with you soon.
Okay. You know, this might be good for Emma, having another grandparent.
Huh? Why?
Kids pick up on things, you know? She's been saying you seem different lately. Happier, maybe?
She said that? Really?
Yeah. I know what's going on with your mom, but Emma doesn't. She's been looking kind of lonely when you're not around. You haven't been picking her up from after-school care as much. You might act mature, but she's still only 8.
I see. I'll spend lots of time with Emma during the long weekend. Mom's actually a good cook now. Says she's been practicing.
That's a change. Remember when she tried to serve us raw chicken?
That was different. She wasn't trying then. Now she watches.
Self? What? Where's Mom and Grandma?
They went somewhere. Oh, wait, forget I said that?
Forget it. What do you mean? Emma, where did they go?
Grandma told me to keep it a secret from Daddy. She said if you called, I should say we're all here together.
Emma, sweetheart, are you really alone?
Yes, but it's okay. I'm 8 now. I can take care of myself.
No, that's not okay. Not at all. How long have you been alone?
They left after lunch. They said they'd be back tomorrow.
Tomorrow? Have you been alone all afternoon?
The neighbor checked on me. She has a key. She brought me the noodles.
What's the address there? I'm coming to get you.
I don't know, but I see a park with a blue slide. Help Mom with something. We'll be back soon. Emma's fine. The neighbor is checking on her.
She's 8. You left our 8-year-old daughter alone, with a stranger checking in on her. What is wrong with you?
The neighbor is really nice. She's a retired teacher. Mom trusts her.
I don't care if she's Mary Poppins. You abandoned our daughter with someone we've never met.
I didn't abandon her. It's just for one night. We'll be back tomorrow.
One night? You planned this? To leave her alone overnight?
Mom needed help. It was important. Emma understands.
She's a child. She's trying to be brave, but she's scared and alone in a strange place.
Please don't get her. We'll be back first thing tomorrow. I promise.
Too late. I'm already on my way. I've called my parents. They'll take her tonight.
Mark, please. You're overreacting. She's perfectly safe.
Safe? You lied about where you were, left her with strangers, fed her cup of noodles, made her keep secrets.
I'll make it up to her. We can do something fun tomorrow, all of us.
There is no all.
leaving Emma with Mom for 3 days. I know how you feel about her.
If you'd explained properly, I wouldn't have opposed it. But that's not the truth, is it? It wasn't a trip of hometown friends, was it?
It really was with friends. Why don't you believe me?
Because I've caught you in too many lies already. The overtime, the dinner, Emma being alone.
I made mistakes. I know that. But I'm telling the truth now.
Can you prove it? Show me some pictures. Any evidence at all.
Prove it?
If you went on a trip, you must have taken some pictures. Didn't you take any photos of your friends? Social media posts? Anything?
Well, neither of us really like taking pictures.
Neither of us? Sarah, enough with the lies. Just stop, please.
I'm not lying. It's true. I know you might not believe me because I lied about leaving Emma, but it really was just friends.
Even if it was a friend, I wish it hadn't been a male friend you went on a trip with alone. Your supervisor specifically.
What? That's not it at all. It was a female friend? How could you think that?
Your mom already told me everything. Sarah, you've been having an affair for months, haven't you? She happened to see you and blackmailed you about it. That's what this is really about.
Mom really told you? She promised she wouldn't. She promised.
Yeah, she told me everything after I gave her $1,000. Quite a bargain for the truth.
Mark, don't believe my mom. You know what kind of person she is. She'd do anything for money. She even tried to sell me off, remember? This is just another scam.
That's exactly why I believed her. When I paid her, she told me the straight truth. Every detail, including the hotel.
That's not true. She's just lying to get money from you. Like always.
No, she's not. She gave me evidence. Pictures, text, everything.
She took pictures? She was following me?
So there was something to take pictures of. Something to follow?
That's not what I meant.
Honestly, the affair was shocking, but hearing the whole story made me feel sorry for you. Your mom suddenly contacts you after all this time, only to blackmail you about the affair. But you're terrible too. You used your mom to go on a trip with your affair partner. Used our daughter as cover.
Mark, it's not like that. I was going to end the affair. But then Mom found out and I needed money and I couldn't take it from our account because you'd notice, so I had to ask him.
So you kept the relationship going to pay off your mom and left our daughter alone to be with him.
Because otherwise you and Emma would have been hurt. Mom threatened to tell you everything. I was trying to protect our family.
By destroying it? By abandoning Emma? Some protection.
You're not being fair. I was trapped.
You should have never had the affair in the first place. This is all because you chose to have an affair. Your mom might be trash, but to me, you're just as bad.
You're comparing me to her? After everything she's done?
To me, you're the same. You had an affair, lied about visiting home. Left Emma with your mom to go on a trip with your lover. And you even lied when I called saying you were all together. But I already knew Emma was alone by then. I was shocked that you could lie so easily. It made me sad.
I'm so sorry. I cut off all contact with him right now. I'll delete his number and block him everywhere. Please give me another chance.
You're him as your supervisor at work, right? The married one with 3 kids?
I'll quit my job right now. I'll send my resignation.
You probably shouldn't. You'll need work until you find another job, especially now.
What do you mean, especially now?
I'm filing for divorce.
Why? I promise I won't cheat again. I only kept seeing him because I needed money for Mom's blackmail. I didn't even want to go on that trip. Please, Mark. Think about Emma.
I'm thinking about Emma. That's why I'm doing this.
Mark, I'm so sorry. The affair wasn't serious. It just happened after drinking too much at a work party. One mistake led to another. Please don't throw away 10 years.
I heard you've been seeing him for at least 3 months. That's around when I first noticed you acting different. So don't tell me it was just one mistake. Don't insult me like that.
But But that was because Mom was blackmailing me. She pushed me into this.
The affair isn't your mom's fault. She didn't make you sleep with your supervisor. She didn't make you leave Emma alone. Those were your choices.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to lose you and Emma. You two are the only ones who really matter to me. We can fix this. Go to counseling, anything.
Then you should have stopped when your mom found out. You should have told me the truth. We could have faced her together.
Because I didn't want you to find out. I was ashamed. I was scared.
It would have hurt less if it was just me. Involving Emma is what I can't forgive. Using her as your cover? Leaving her alone? Making her lie for you?
No. Please don't divorce me. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. I'll never cheat again, I promise. We can start over.
Even if I feel that way now, I can't. We were together for 10 years. But after all these lies, I can't live together anymore. Most importantly, I don't want someone who would use their child like that to be a parent. Emma deserves better.
What about shared custody? She's my daughter too.
We'll let the court decide that. But Emma's already told me she wants to stay with me. She doesn't trust you anymore.
She's just angry. She'll forgive me. She has to.
No, she doesn't have to do anything except feel safe and loved. And that's what I'm going to make sure happens.
Please don't do this. Please, I'll do anything.
You bet your sweet arse I will. Oh, you feel more at ease with me calling the shots, right, sweet cheeks?
For sure. I'm super pleased I'm going to be able to design some more stuff for you guys. You're always a pleasure to work with.
It's our privilege. Your work has a fantastic reputation at our company.
Really? Oh, I'm so happy to hear you say that. By the way, do your coworkers know me and you are getting married?
They know I'm engaged, but none of them actually know you directly. They only know you indirectly through me managing the projects we did together and seeing your amazing work.
Right, that makes sense. But I imagine I'll be meeting some of them soon, right? Maybe at the wedding?
Well, I guess it is about time. We've been doing this for over 2 years now. That's about how long ago we sent you our first order, right?
Yeah, you were project manager back then too. It must have been fate.
I never pictured myself marrying one of our subcontract designers.
You think I imagined myself marrying a client? I've always been the type to keep personal feelings distinctly out of my work life. It came as a surprise, to say the least.
Oh, you must have seriously had the odds for me then, huh? I didn't see any harm in trying, so I sent you the date invite. What a great decision that turned out to be.
I was so surprised.
Believe me, it was love at first sight. I couldn't help but invite you after seeing how hot you looked in those high heels and mini skirt when we first met in person. I had a serious whoa mama moment to myself.
I'm grateful to hear that. I guess now that we're engaged, we have all kinds of preparations to make for the wedding, huh? The guest list, food, entertainment, invites. Something tells me we're gonna have our hands full for a while. Plus, I'd really like to meet your parents soon. Don't you think it's about time? What do you say?
Oh, that? I'm super busy with work these days, so I won't be able to make it to my parents' place for a little while.
How about next month? If that's not doable, the month after is fine too.
Sorry, babe. My mum and dad are going on vacation the month after next. From what they tell me, it sounds like it's going to be a big one. Round the world cruise. Can you believe it? Apparently, they're going to be gone for months. They tell me they're crazy busy with the preparations these days.
I see.
Don't worry. You can always meet them when the timing's better.
You see, I've kind of been thinking about this. There always seems to be some kind of reason I can't meet your parents. This must be the 5th time I've asked now. When will I finally be able to meet them? I am a little nervous, but I feel like it's only right that I at least introduce myself. I'm gonna be your wife, after all.
Oh, it's not like I don't want you to meet them, babe. Life just happens, that's all. Like I said, they're crazy busy themselves, not to mention my hectic work schedule. They live pretty far away. The drive itself is 4 hours alone.
I guess it is a little awkward. I mean, it can't be helped then, huh?
Oh, baby, did I make you feel anxious? No, sorry, I never meant to. You'll get to meet my mum and dad one day. Mark my words.
All right, thanks, honey. I really hope I will. It feels like we keep having the same conversation on this one.
I'm always telling them about you, you know. You know, it's funny, despite the fact you've never met, they know practically everything about you.
Really?
And while you guys might not have met yet, they both really like you. They said they want to see their stepdaughter ASAP. You're not the only one who wants to meet, you know.
Really? I'm so happy to hear that.
Oh, besides, I want you to meet them too. The sooner the better. That's what I say. They already know what an amazing person you are, but I want my folks to see it for themselves, directly. You're the person I love most in the world, babe.
The most? Stop it, honey. You're embarrassing me.
You're the most important person in the world to me, my sweet sugar dumpling. I just want you to know how much I love you. So don't worry, okay?
Got it. All right, that's enough.
Has someone gone all shy?
My sweet sugar dumpling? Really? You don't even hear things that soppy in romance novels. Oh my, what are you? Like my big, soft, cuddly, waddly teddy bear?
Cuddly waddly teddy bear. Now look who's talking. Anyway, it's only because we're messaging. You'd never catch me saying this stuff in real life. Oh man, if people could see this conversation, I'd be way too embarrassed to talk like this in person. Anyway, what I'm really trying to say here is that I want you to believe in me.
Right. Sorry if I sounded like I doubted you, honey. Are you home right now? Darren, I was just about to message you. There's a girl loitering outside our house. Should I call the cops? It's me. I'm buzzing the doorbell. Me? Wait, who is this? Isn't this Darren? Daddy's girlfriend, let me inside the house. Daddy? This is Darren's number, isn't it? What are you talking about? What's going on? Who are you? Please, I need you to help my mommy. At this rate, the baby... Huh? The baby? My little bro. By daddy, do you mean Darren? Are you Darren's daughter? Yes. No way, that can't be. Darren and I are engaged. I know that. My mommy knows too. But if what you're saying is true, isn't what you're doing right now a little strange? Why would you come to my house? Because you're the only one who can help us. What's that supposed to mean? I don't understand. Please, will you help me make sense of all this, sweetie? Good morning, Darren. Today's your day off, right?
Sorry, babe, I'm a little busy right now.
Oh, is that so? How come?
I'm in a spot of trouble right now. I'll be in touch when things calm down, okay?
Are you looking for your missing wife and daughter by any chance? It's surprising how kind you can be when you want to be.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you mean. I don't have a wife.
Lisa.
What?
That's your daughter's name, right? Don't play dumb with me, Darren.
Wait, did you meet her? Did you meet my daughter?
Why don't you try looking through our message history? It's all in there. Lisa messaged me from your phone last night.
What? She did what now? Wait, Lisa showed up at your house? but my phone's right here.
Yeah, because she went home afterwards.
What the hell happened last night?
I was reading in bed when the doorbell rang late at night. It was Lisa. She came to ask for my help.
Your help? I don't follow.
Lisa told me everything. She told me all about how you're married to another woman. She told me all about how she's your daughter. She told me all about how your wife is pregnant with number 2. Then, as if that wasn't bad enough, she told me all about how you hit her mom when you get drunk, you pathetic lowlife.
Whoa. No. Wait. Look, I'm sorry I hid being married from you. I guess I can't make any excuses about that one. It is true, but I do not hit my wife. That's a straight up lie. You gotta believe me. I'd never do anything like that. Surely you know I'm not that kind of guy.
I don't know what to believe anymore, Darren. I thought I knew you, but I was obviously dead wrong. Are you saying your daughter's lying?
Yeah, exactly that. She's lying to get me in trouble. She's been going through a rebellious phase lately. But surely you know what kids can be like at that age.
I'd want to rebel too if I found out my dad was cheating on my mom.
Right. I guess you got me there. But look, please, you mustn't believe it. It's not true. I never hit her mum. Did she say anything else?
Yeah, she told me all about how you never let her mom get a moment's rest despite the fact she is heavily pregnant, and constantly boss her around, making her do things like housework, cook your meals, and give you foot massages. She told me her mom's so frail and weak as a result of your abuse, she's worried her little brother might not even make it. You were nothing but a source of terror and anxiety for that poor girl and her mom. How could you do this?
Lies, and more lies. You can't believe a word that comes out of that girl's mouth. God, how badly does she want to ruin my life? That little Never mind.
But your wife is really in a bad way. She was so skinny and emaciated you'd hardly believe she was pregnant, and her face was as white as a ghost. Who knows if the baby would even have made it if she didn't go to the hospital when she did. Lisa was right to be worried.
The hospital?
Me, Lisa, and your wife all went to the hospital together last night. You were asleep. But I took your wife to the hospital for medical treatment.
You came here. You took my wife without saying anything to me.
What would you have done if I told you? Hit me too? You're the one who did this to her. If you weren't such a cruel, abusive monster, I wouldn't have been forced to do what I did. I had to get your wife away from you.
No, you're wrong. You're dead wrong. It wasn't like that at all.
Which part am I wrong about? Believe me, I didn't want to believe you were the evil scumbag Lisa told me you were, but your wife's body was covered in bruises. My jaw almost hit the floor when I saw her. What are you saying? That she beat the crap out of herself? Drop the act already, Darren. Oh yeah, and you should know she'll be getting medical certificates and having photos of her injuries taken at the hospital. It'll be used as proof that you hit her.
Proof? For what exactly?
She'll be needing them very soon. They'll be essential when she takes you through divorce court to claim compensation and take custody of Lisa.
Holy, what in God's name? Why would she divorce me?
You can't seriously think you get to treat someone like your own personal punching bag and not get divorced. Besides, don't you want one yourself? Did your engagement to me mean nothing all along? Sweet sugar dumpling my ass.
Well, that was,
I get it. You never had any intention of marrying me in the first place, did you? That's why no matter how many times I asked, you never let me meet your parents. I was just your backup girl, wasn't I? A gullible moron conveniently made to wait on the sidelines in case things didn't work out with wife number 1.
No way, it wasn't like that. I did plan on divorcing my wife eventually, I swear. But I figured it would be best to wait until after our next kid was born.
Wow. It's fine, Darren. You don't have to lie to me anymore. I wouldn't marry you now if you paid me $1 million.
What? But why? I thought you couldn't wait to marry me. We were madly in love.
Do you seriously think I'd want to marry the kind of low-life scumbag piece of human refuse that puts his hands on a woman? Why would I voluntarily become your next domestic abuse victim? You're insane.
Like I already told you, I did not hit my wife.
You sure did rule that family with an iron fist, huh? Neither your wife nor your daughter dared set a foot wrong in that house. They were absolutely terrified of you. They knew that if they dared to defy you, they'd either get smacked in the face or verbally abused. You're a disgrace to all men.
Please, you got to believe me on this one. This is all one big misunderstanding.
Quit making excuses, you sniveling coward. One look at your poor wife's face told me everything I need to know. Your wife just got admitted to hospital. She has all her medical certificates now, too.
What hospital? I'll be there right away. Where are they? Tell me. Now.
I'm not telling you a damn thing.
This is kidnapping, you psycho. I'll report you to the cops if you don't tell me. And fast.
The only one who needs reporting to the cops is you wife-beating nutjob. I asked my parents to find me a good lawyer, so I assure you the wheels of your downfall are very much in motion. If it's a fight you want, I gladly accept your challenge.
A lawyer? Are you joking me?
My mom and dad have a hefty sum of money stashed away. My dad was quite the successful businessman back in his day, you see. Which means he also has connections in the legal industry. Actually, come to think of it, I told you about my dad's business exploits not long after we first met, didn't I? Wait, were you with me for my parents' money all along? You filthy, vile, disgusting piece of crap!
You shut your goddamn whore mouth before I shut it for you.
Excuse me?
No one shit talks me and gets away with it, woman. Give me back my damn wife, give me back my damn daughter, and get the heck out of my life forever.
And there it is, threats of violence. I wondered how long it would take before I found myself in your crosshairs. Good Lord, did I dodge a bullet with you. Your wife and daughter are free individuals, and they have a right to live their own lives. They are not your possessions. Do you think I'm just going to stand by and let you destroy their lives even more than you already have?
I'll do whatever it takes to get them back and take them home. I'm serious.
No chance. I just got a message from my dad. My lawyer is contacting a vulnerable person's care facility as we speak. They've already agreed to look after Lisa and your wife after they get discharged.
What the hell? Why are you going to all these lengths to meddle in my freaking private affairs? They're strangers to you.
I might not have known about it, but I was still an active participant in an affair with a married man. I want to make up for my part in what you made me do. Not to mention wanting simply to help that poor girl and her mom on a purely human level.
Yeah, that's right. You are my partner in crime. If I'm a disgrace, then so are you. Don't you dare go near my daughter, you filthy, cheating whore.
Are you really calling me that? At least I didn't know what I was doing. Even if I'm a bad person, I still do more good for Lisa and her mom than you ever will. I'd never hurt that poor girl.
Oh well, look at Little Miss Hero of Justice. Aren't you just a saint? Get off your frickin' high horse already. Cut the crap. Why does my second choice woman think she has any right to talk back to me? I knew keeping you as my number 2 was the right decision.
Looks like I'm finally seeing your true colors, huh? You really had me fooled. I guess you managed to fool your wife into marrying you too, huh?
And I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for that meddling kid. Why the hell couldn't she just listen to me like a good, obedient daughter?
Lisa was only trying to protect her mom and her unborn little brother from you.
This is why women's liberation was a mistake.
What?
Women were made to obey men. Without men around to guide you, you'd be totally lost, all of you.
God, you make me want to vomit. Are you actually this much of a scumbag? This should go without saying, but our engagement is off. I never want to see your face again for as long as I live.
That's not for you to decide. I'm the man here, and I'll make the decisions.
You have no right to decide anything, you piece of crap.
What did you just call me? How dare you?
Lisa said there's something she really, really wants to tell you. I'm gonna hand her the phone now. You better make sure you don't say anything to upset her.
Daddy? Sorry for going out without telling you.
Lisa? What the hell do you think you're playing at, girl? Do you enjoy pissing your dad off?
I'm gonna protect my mommy from you. I hate you. I hope you die. I hope you're never happy again.
How dare you speak to me like that? I am your father.
You're not my daddy anymore. I don't have a daddy now. Bye.
So, yep, there you have it. Sucks for you, but that's what your life looks like now.
You hold your goddamn horses. Lisa's still there with you, right? Put her back on.
She says she's done speaking to you. Give it up.
What the hell is with that kid? First she goes and rats on me, and now she's giving me attitude. That little brat. You wait till I get my hands on that little pipsqueak. Ugh.
If you know what's good for you, I suggest you get that temper of yours under control. Actually, I think Lisa's very brave for standing up to her bullying dad. There are some things that can only be said through messages.
Brave? Give me a break. Let me see her. I'll have that brat redisciplined before you can say knuckle sandwich.
You stay away from her. You're a dangerous individual with a track record of physical violence against women and children. You're no different to a criminal.
You shut your bitch mouth. Don't you go thinking you're hot shit just because mummy and daddy happen to have money. Other than that, being moderately good looking, you have no redeeming features at all. All that awaits you now is a life of sucking up to men with money in the hope that they'll feed you, clothe you, and put a roof over your stinking worthless head.
Slander is a criminal offense, you know. Do you want me to take you to court for this, too? Did you forget I have a lawyer?
This is all Lisa's fault.
Correction, this is all your fault. Coming over to my house at night like that must have been an extremely difficult decision for her to make. The fact that she would stop at nothing to protect her mother shows just how much she loves her and how desperate you made her feel. Lisa is brave and admirable.
Bullshit. You losers are just trying to form some dumb female faction to take me down. You think you're Wonder Woman or something? Or you ain't. This is what all women are really like deep down. Weak, petty, and small-minded.
Actually using physical violence to oppress, brutalize, and intimidate people weaker than yourself shows much more weakness, pettiness, and small-mindedness than anything your daughter did. You're so big and brave, you can only stand up to people smaller and weaker than you.
That ain't true.
Okay, how about you speak to my lawyer then? You should be careful though, she's a legal professional, so insulting her like you did me could get you in trouble. She might even take you to court.
Don't try and change the subject. Give me my wife and kid back.
No, like I said, I'm protecting them.
But they're my family.
Not anymore. The only family they have is each other now. Your wife protected her unborn son, and your daughter protected your wife. Which is why I'm protecting Lisa. How about trying to have a little self-awareness about the reality that your domestic abuse victims never want to see you again for the rest of their lives? After getting discharged from hospital, Darren's wife moved into a care facility for vulnerable people. They have a rigid policy for protecting personal information, which means Darren has zero chance of tracking her down. Once I knew her and Lisa were safe, I introduced her to my lawyer. With that, Darren and his wife entered into divorce proceedings. As a result, he predictably lost custody of his daughter and was ordered to pay a massive sum in compensation for the physical pain and emotional distress he'd subjected his poor family to. He'll most likely never see either of them again. That about wraps up the sanctions from his ex-wife. Honestly, he was lucky he didn't go to prison. If the thought of having to relive her suffering by taking him to court wasn't so painful for his ex-wife, I think she probably would have. But rest assured, he wasn't out of the woods yet. Because after that, it was my turn to punish him. I was pretty livid about being deceived myself, you know? So what did I do? I decided to give his workplace a call. Why, you ask? Oh, nothing special. It was just a regular business call, of course. I've been working as a subcontractor for Darren's company for a while, and thankfully, I'm still able to receive work even without going through him. The phone call lasted a while, and me and the woman who answered the phone hit it off. I somehow feel like she seemed the type to enjoy a cheeky bit of gossip in the staff room on her lunch break. And what did I do, being my silly old careless self? I only went and accidentally told her all about her coworker Darren, from the affair to the domestic abuse to the divorce. Oopsie! With that, I knew his reputation in the workplace was sure to hit rock bottom. Apparently, he's a complete social pariah now, never gets given lucrative contracts like before, and is basically forced into taking on the projects no one else wants. I got a message from his ex-wife the other day with news of the birth of her son. She thanked me countless times for helping her, but the way I see it, it was the least I could do for my part in the affair. The real star of today's show is none other than Lisa. I just know she's going to be the best big sister in the world. I hope the two of them get to enjoy a life full of joy, laughter, and smiles from here on out to make up for all the awful stuff they had to go through at the hands of that monster. Here's to a bright future to everyone except he who shall not be named. Hello, Catherine. I just wanted to let you know that I heard about what's going to happen, and I know that this weekend, when everyone comes over, you're the only one who's going to be late.
Oh, hello, Irene. Yes, I'm sorry to say, but I just couldn't get the time off of work to go with everyone else. My George and Finn are going to be heading to your place before I will. But the moment work ends, I'm going to be headed straight to your place as well.
Is that so? So even though it's causing you all this trouble, you're still going to keep working? I think you need to remember that a housewife's first duty is to her family and her home. I mean, don't you feel bad about not spending enough time with your son?
I appreciate these words of advice, but I really don't feel like I'm neglecting my son at all. But I am very thankful that I have George to help out with the parenting. Thanks to him, it makes me working so much easier. I really couldn't do any of this without him.
Honestly, I just don't understand what's up with young people these days. Besides, I would hardly say that my son is helping you out. It's more like you leave him no other choice but to try and pick up after you because you insist on working. If he doesn't help around the house, everything would grind to a halt.
Now, Irene, I am sure that we've talked about this before. But when George and I got married, we agreed to split the work of taking care of the kids and the house. And George happily agreed to that. He didn't have any problems with it at all.
But don't you understand how humiliating it must be for him to do something like that?
I really don't think that he sees it that way at all. I think it's all pretty normal for him. I mean, I also do work around the house and help to raise Finn, you know? George and I have an equal partnership in this relationship, and I really appreciate that.
I suppose maybe you just don't know what I'm talking about because you were raised in your single-parent household by your mother. But the fact of the matter is that taking care of the children and taking care of the house are both the woman's job, and your husband shouldn't be helping you out, period. Maybe that's why you just have no idea how embarrassing all this must be for my poor son.
You're right, I was only raised by my mother, but I don't think that has anything to do with this. I mean, I have a job, and I think more and more couples are having similar arrangements.
I really seriously doubt that's true. You're probably just telling yourself that to justify this. Honestly, I just can't seem to wrap my head around it at all. I know that you grew up poor, but does that necessarily mean that you just have no sense of manners or duty at all? What was my son thinking when he married you?
I suppose that's something you'll just have to ask George himself the next time that you see him. Although I am going to suggest to you now that you don't talk bad about my mother. I just know that George would hate to sit there and listen to you insult her.
I don't understand you one bit. You've done nothing but talk back to me this whole time. You know, this is why I just can't stand poor people. You really need to learn to speak with some respect when you're with me.
I'm sorry, Irene. I might have gone a little too far. I am sorry. But I'm thinking of what you might say about my family in front of my son. And if possible, I would like you to refrain from talking ill about his other grandmother.
What do you mean? You're worried that I'm going to let it slip to him that his mom was raised just by his poor old grandma? Why shouldn't I tell him that when it's the truth? I wouldn't be bad-mouthing anyone for being honest, don't you think?
I understand that you might see things that way, but Finn really cares about my mother as his grandma. Besides, he's still just in kindergarten, so please don't start to warp his sense of family.
What are you trying to get at, huh? You think that I'll just purposefully try and cause problems for you or something? Why do kids these days always try and blame everyone but themselves for their problems? Why has everyone forgotten how to be respectful of their elders?
That's not what I'm talking about at all. Look, just please try not to say these kinds of things around my child, all right? Because if you do, I think it'll be difficult for me to keep bringing Finn around to your house.
So talking back wasn't enough for you, huh? Now you have to start threatening to take away my own grandchild? You really know how to get on my nerves. I wish that I never had a daughter-in-law like you.
I really don't think that I'm asking too much of you. I just want you to avoid certain topics, okay?
Oh yes, of course. That's completely okay. I'll just limit my talking to poor people in general, but I won't name names.
Right. Well, I guess if that's what you're offering. Anyways, I have to go and pick up Finn now. But we're all going to be there next week, so just please look after Finn while he's there.
Hold on a second, you're going to go and pick up your own son? And here I thought that you were making George do all the work.
Well, like I was trying to explain to you earlier, I go and pick up Finn when I'm able to. Anyways, I really have to go now. We'll talk soon. Hey, Irene, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that it seems they'll be arriving even later. But George and Finn are already at your house, right?
Oh yes, the two of them are already here. But you're really telling me that you're going to be even more late? Do you really think it's right for you to keep putting off seeing your in-laws like this?
I really am so sorry about that, but my boss has just asked me to stay a little late. I think I should be here another couple of hours before I can leave.
You know that you have a family, right? It seems that all you care about is work. Do you really think that this is something a good daughter-in-law should do? I mean, do you not realize just how much trouble you're making for my son with all of this selfish behavior of yours?
I really think that this isn't as serious as you think. Besides, this is something pretty serious at work. I don't mean to cause any trouble for you or my husband for that matter, though.
Whatever. I really don't have time to deal with you, but I suppose I just shouldn't even count on seeing you before I go to bed. Besides, I'm happy enough just being with my son and grandson. I would be just fine not being exposed to your face.
Well, I want you to understand that I do want to go and be there with all of you. And I will try and finish this work quickly so that I can get there as soon as I can.
Oh, please, you don't have to pretend to be so polite to me, you know. I know that you don't value visiting me or being around me at all, so you can just not bother coming to see me at all.
Oh, but I thought that we were all going to go out tomorrow, isn't that right? I can't just leave Finn with you. That would be asking too much of you.
Oh, so now you care about asking too much of me, is that right? Honestly, you just do whatever you like. But fine, keep doing what you like, just make sure that you call me before you arrive. I have some things I'd like you to do.
Of course, that's entirely fine with me. What is it that you want to ask of me?
Oh, I just need you to do some errands for me. A little shopping is all. You can do it after you finish work on your way here. Surely you can at least handle that, yes?
Of course I can handle that, Irene. I'll let you know once I'm leaving the office.
Good, because I wanted you to get some food for us all to eat tomorrow as well. It might be a bit much, but I'm sure that you can handle it.
Well, please don't worry about it. I will handle it. Anyways, I have to get back to work now.
Yes, of course. You have fun with your work.
Hello, Irene. I just wanted to let you know that I think I've finished buying everything that you asked me for. Is there anything else that you wanted?
No. If you bought everything on the list that I sent you, then that should be just fine for us. I really am so sorry to ask so much of you, you know. I mean, I realize just how much I asked for you to go out and buy for us. I suppose you've been running around for the last hour since you finished your work, isn't that right?
Yes, it took some time, but I was glad I was able to get it all. But if there's nothing else that you want me to get, then I suppose I'll head over to your house now.
Yes, please go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and just leave all the bags right by my front door. Thank you.
I'm sorry? You just want me to leave everything by the front door? I'm more than happy to just bring everything inside.
No. Go ahead and just leave it all by the front door. I don't want you stepping one foot in my house, actually.
Sorry? You don't want me to even go inside the house? Did I get that right?
That is what the message I just sent said to you, isn't it? I don't want you in my house at all. Do you understand? I mean, really, did you think that I was going to let you inside when you'd be arriving to my house so late at night?
Wait a second, I'm sorry. I'm just a bit confused right now. I know that I'm late because of my work, but you were the one who then asked me to do shopping for you even after I was done. So I'm a bit confused. Why have me do all of that if you weren't intending to let me in the house?
Oh dear, I'm afraid that you just don't get it. Say whatever you want, but the fact is that George and Finn are already asleep. I wouldn't want you making a big racket by coming inside and stomping around and crinkling all those grocery bags.
I really wasn't going to do any of that. Look, Irene, I know that you don't like me, but I think that this is taking things just a bit too far, don't you? I mean, do you not think that your son is going to be mad with you for doing this?
I don't care at all what anyone thinks of me doing this. Besides, just why do you think I was sending you all over town after you got off work? Like I said, your husband and son are already asleep, so nobody is going to come to your aid tonight. Got it?
Okay, but that's just now. You realize that, right? I mean, what do you think is going to happen afterwards?
Oh, I'll think about what can be done about all of this when that time comes. After all, I'm sure that George will believe anything that I say. I am his mother, after all.
You know, I really don't know if this is going to go how you think. I mean, I doubt he'll believe his own mother would act this way.
Well, that's part of the beauty of all this. You can say that I did this if you want, but I doubt that you'll convince him it's true. After all, you know what a good act I put on in front of my son, don't you?
I get that, but you just sent me all around to do all of this shopping. I really don't think that you're treating me well as your son's wife.
I'm sorry, but that isn't going to change my mind. You are not going to come into this house, and that is final.
Are you being serious about this? You're really not going to let me in at all?
The fact of the matter is that I have rules in my house, and one of them is that I don't let poor people raised by single parents in my house. So if you want to stay here, we have a shed out back that you are more than welcome to go and sleep in. I'd happily let you in there.
Irene, be serious. You can't mean that, right? You're really going to make me stay in the shed?
I've told you the rules. Whether you want to follow them or not is up to you. But if you don't like it, you're more than welcome to go away. But just know that if you do that, I'll think of more errands for you to run so that you can't go out with all of us. So tell me, what do you want to do?
I mean, are you really sure about that? I only ask because you know that I'm the architect of your house, right? I just wouldn't want you to regret what you're doing here.
I don't know what you're trying to get at, but I'll have you know that it was George who told me about this house, not you.
Of course. But where do you think that George heard about this house in the first place? In fact, I was the one who suggested that he tell you about this house since I knew you'd say no if I was the one who introduced it.
Oh, come now. Do you really think that I'm going to believe any of those lies at all? You really think that a poor person like you could ever become an architect to build something like this? I really don't believe you at all, you know, but you should know that I won't let you get away with lying to me like this.
You are more than welcome to not believe me if you don't want to, but I can show you the documentation proving what I say later.
You really need to learn when enough is enough. Anyways, I have to go and start preparing food for tomorrow. You have fun sleeping outside. Catherine! I have been messaging you and you haven't been responding. What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry, Irene, but I was asleep. Besides, what could you possibly want from me this early in the morning?
Excuse me? What kind of way is that to talk to your mother-in-law? What I want to know is if you told George about what I said to you last night. Is that why he's so upset with me?
Yes, actually, if you must know, I did tell him what you said and did to me last night before going to sleep. But do you have a problem with that? You seemed pretty confident that he wouldn't believe me at all.
Well, I thought that at least he would have doubted that you were telling the truth about me, but what is all this I hear about you being an architect? And why is my son now demanding that I apologize to you? Is this another one of your lies?
It's nothing like that at all. I was only trying to tell you the truth yesterday. But I was able to download all the documents proving what I was saying, and I have them with me now.
I don't know what is going on here or how you've convinced my son of this, but I'm not going to be fooled by your lies, and I won't apologize either.
How about you just call your realtor and ask who built the house?
Are you serious? You really want me to do that just to prove a point?
You're the one calling me a liar. But if I am, then it would be pretty easy to disprove, right?
Wait a second. Are you really an architect? You mean, you weren't trying to trick me at all?
Of course not. Why would I do that?
But, I mean, you come from a poor single-mother household, right? How could you become an architect?
You're right that I was only raised by my mother, but we were never poor. That's just something you assumed because of how I was raised. But you do know that my mom works, right?
But she's a woman. There's no way that she could make that much money.
What decade do you think it is right now where a woman can't earn as much or more than men? You know that I make more money than George, right? And my mom was the one who sent me to college?
Please tell me that you're joking. You can't actually make more than George.
I'm not joking at all. I mean, you could even check with George and he'll confirm all of this. If you want, I can even send you some of my pay slips so that you can see just how much money I do make.
No, this doesn't make any sense. If you know about this house, then why didn't you just take it yourselves? Why would you share it with me at all?
Actually, I did used to live here when I was younger. I bought the house as an investment and then moved out and rented it out for a while.
Oh, come on, you're a woman. There's no way that you know about investing and real estate and all those sorts of things.
Again, I really think you need to catch up to modern times here. But I suggested that George tell you about the house because I thought you would like it.
More like because you wanted to get money out of me, isn't it? You really are coy, do you know that?
Well, I just remember you were so worried about finding the right place. But now I'm of half a mind to sue you for all that you've done.
What do you mean you're going to sue me for what I've done? What did I even do?
Well, you tried to make me sleep out in the shed as well as a bunch of other emotional damage. And I'm going to make you pay for that.
You can't just sue your mother-in-law like that. That's not right. You think George is going to let you get away with that?
I think that George would definitely back me up with this. After all, I've been telling him all about what you've been telling me. But if you don't believe me, you can just go and ask him yourself.
How could you do this? How did you turn my own son against me? What is the matter with you?
I'll have you know that I've been nothing but patient with you this whole time. But you pushed me right over the edge and now you're going to pay for it. After that, I tried to go and visit Irene at her house one more time. And since George and Finn were there, she couldn't exactly make a clean getaway with me knowing where she would have to hide out. I reminded Irene that she had been renting the house at a hugely marked down price because I had set the price like that. But I also reminded her of the clause in her lease that would let me kick her out for a small fee from my end. I heard that after Irene did move out of the house, it took her a whole month to find another place to live. I'm sure that my suing her for emotional damage did nothing to help her situation either. But by then, both George and I had agreed to stop talking to her entirely. Now I hear that Irene has to go out and start working again in order to afford the tiny apartment that she managed to move into. With her old house empty, I was quickly able to find a nice couple who wanted to rent the house. George and I talked about what we wanted to do with the house for a while before that. We thought about moving in there ourselves, but I told him that I had lived there when I was single, and the reason I moved out was because I wanted a bigger space where I could start a family in. We talked it over and decided that it would be best if we took Finn and went to live closer to my mom, who was more than happy to have that happen. Especially since George and I both work, it was nice to have my mom to rely on when we needed a babysitter. And since Finn was only in kindergarten and hadn't really even started school yet, it was easy enough moving to a new school district and finding a new school that he could start attending when it would be time for him to start. Obviously, I didn't want things to go the way that they did with my mother-in-law, but I wasn't going to tolerate her saying all kinds of horrible things about my mom. Anyways, as for Irene, we really hadn't heard much from her at all since we last talked, and I kicked her out of the house. George has told all his relatives about the horrible way that she treated me and talked about my mother, and I don't think that anyone has reached out to offer her help out at all. But I say that it serves her right. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey Josh, are you there? I just want to thank you again for inviting me out camping with you guys. I just know that Susie also had a really good time. I know that she can be a bit of a handful, but she really had fun out there. Great. I'm glad you both enjoyed it so much. I had a blast with you all. And it was so long since I saw Susie, so that was also nice. I can't believe that she's already 5 years old. I mean, really, where does the time go when you're having kids, right? I know what you mean. It's like I remember her being born as if it was yesterday. In fact, now that I think about it, you were one of the first people to visit while my wife was in the hospital to give birth. Yeah, I remember when you told me it was happening. I was just so excited to go and meet your kid. And just to think of you as a dad now, well, it still blows my mind just a little bit. Yeah, I mean, what can I say except that I think it's made me grow up quite a bit, really. That makes perfect sense. I mean, having a kid would probably do that to you, right? Oh, by the way, I wanted to ask, you recently got a promotion at work, right? I hear that you're going to be sent on a business trip from next month, is that right? It sounds like things are going really well for you too, right? Yeah, well, I guess it helps a bit when you're not married. It means you could be moved around easier. Well, I must say that I'm a bit jealous to hear that from you. And now you'll get to travel around the globe, trying all kinds of great foods. Well, I don't know if I'll be going all over the world, but it is a really exciting opportunity. Although, I just know that I'm going to be missing some foods from here while I'm gone. Man, I would love to be able to go abroad for something soon. Well, why don't you? What's stopping you from getting out there? We'll see with the family and kid and all. But about how long are you going to be gone for this trip? I think the whole thing is supposed to take about 3 months in total. 3 months? That's a pretty long time to be away, don't you think? It's true, but I've heard some people have been sent away for as long as 2 years. Oh wow, well, I guess in that case 3 months might not be that bad. Who knows? You might even be coming home with a foreign girlfriend. Yeah, I mean, I won't say that I haven't thought about that as a possibility. And then maybe when you're back, we can all go out camping again or something. I'll be sure to try and learn up a lot about being in the outdoors before you're back. For sure. I would love to go out camping with you again sometimes. I love getting to do that kind of stuff with friends. And I just know that my little Susie has really taken a liking to you. She's always asking about when we're going to see you next. Oh, really? Aw, that's so sweet of her. Well, you tell her I'm looking forward to it too. Of course I'll do that. So how soon do you think we'll be able to do that? Well, I do think that even after I get back from the trip, I'll probably be a little busy with debriefs and all that. But I think as soon as things settle back down for me, that you and I should be able to go camping again. Awesome. That sounds like a good plan to me. You just give me a date and time and I'll try to be there. Sounds good. Then once I have more information for you, I'll reach out to tell you how things are looking. Okay, great. Looking forward to it. And I'll be sure to tell Susie to look forward to it as well. Hi there. I am really sorry to be messaging you so late, but my name is Josh and I'm a friend of Alan's. This is the right number for Valerie, isn't it?
Yes, this is Valerie. But what does a friend of Alan want to do with me? And just why do you even have my number in the first place?
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you really not remember me at all? I was the friend that Alan took Susie on the camping trip with.
Oh, of course. How could I forget about that? Yes, thank you so much for doing that. I heard that Susie had a blast. I heard that you've been friends with my husband since before him and I were even married.
Yes, that's true. In fact, it was Alan who gave your number in the first place in case of emergencies.
Oh, I see. Well, I guess that makes sense. I just had no idea about it. Anyways, what can I do for you? Is it an emergency?
Well, kind of. It's your daughter Susie. She's at my house right now.
Wait, what? Why in the world would my daughter be at your house? Is this some kind of joke or something?
It's not a joke at all. She told me that she was kicked out of the house and that she decided to come here. But she isn't wanting to talk to me anymore about whatever happened.
Oh my gosh, I really had no idea about this at all. Have you tried calling Alan about this?
I was actually going to call Alan, but then when I told Susie, she made me promise not to do so. And so that's why I figured I'd try sending you a message about...
I see. Well, yes, I think that's a good idea. In fact, I don't think that you should be in contact with my husband anymore.
But why is that? Did he do something wrong?
I don't want you telling him anything that he doesn't need to know. I have no idea what he's going to do about this.
I'm really sorry, but I just have no idea what is going on here in the slightest.
Have you really heard nothing from Alan about any of this at all?
And of what? I'm sorry, Alan and I haven't been talking since I have been away for a while on a business trip overseas.
Oh, I see. Well then, I'm not sure that I'm the best person to be telling you this since you two are friends, but Alan hit me.
Wait, you mean as in like domestic abuse? Alan? I don't know what to say.
Well, I suppose that Alan probably only showed you certain sides of himself, if I had to take a guess. I know it might seem hard to believe, but it's true.
I don't even know what to say, but you're right. I had no idea that he was capable of doing something like that.
It's okay if you think I'm lying. I wouldn't blame you. But it is the truth about what happened. And in the past, Susie has tried running away, but... Oh, I felt so bad. We were both running away, but he caught up to Susie, and I just left her there with them, and I feel so awful.
But Susie was telling me that she was chased out of the house, so it didn't sound like anyone was chasing after her.
I don't know what's been going on in that house since I've been gone, but just thinking about that man must be doing to my poor daughter infuriates me.
I'm sorry, but I'm still just finding this all hard to believe. I mean, Alan is a really good guy. I've never seen him so much as raise his voice at your daughter, and I don't understand why he would chase Susie away.
Well, it's like I said, you were only seeing one side of him. Well, I got to see the kind of man he really is. Why don't you look at Susie's arm if you don't believe me?
Well, yes, it does appear as if there is a little bit of bruising.
That was from where Alan grabbed Susie while we were trying to run away from him.
But I still don't get it. If you really think that he's abusing your daughter, why don't you call the cops and report him?
Call the cops? No, I couldn't do that. If he found out about that, then he might hurt Susie even more. I couldn't live with myself if that happened.
But I'm sorry. I must really not understand.
Well, I'm the victim here, and I'm telling you not to go to the police about this. Do you understand? Just don't do anything on your own. I've already hired a lawyer to look into this. I want to protect Susie, but I want to make sure that she can be safe in the meantime.
Right, well, I guess that makes sense.
Anyways, I'm really sorry about Susie, but do you think that I could come pick her up from your house tomorrow? I'm actually in another town right now. But I'll be able to borrow a car and come get her from yours if that's possible.
I suppose I don't really mind if you pick her up tomorrow, but are you sure you're okay with her staying here?
Well, she was the one who ran to your house in the first place. Clearly, she must feel safe with you to have done that. So if Susie feels fine with you, then I don't think I have anything to worry about.
Okay then. If you're sure about this, I can keep an eye on her.
Thank you so much for doing that. And when you get a chance, please send me your address before tomorrow. And remember, whatever you do, do not say a word about any of this to Alan if he tries to talk to you.
Got it. I will be sure to do all of that. Just tell me what time you think you'll be able to get her tomorrow, and I'll make sure we're at home. Josh, is that you? What are you, drunk dialing me or something like that? No, nothing like that. You know that I wouldn't do that sort of thing. You're definitely drunk right now, aren't you? I mean, why else would you be blowing up my phone like this if you weren't? I was actually asleep and it was only my phone going off so much that finally woke me up. You were asleep? What about your kid? What did you do to Susie? How could you just throw her out of the house and go right back to sleep? I thought I knew you, man, but I don't even know what to think about you anymore. Wait, what? What are you talking about? I'm divorced and my ex-wife has full custody of the kids. I'm sorry, but I think that you must have your facts mixed up because I really am not following you at all. Wait, what? You got a divorce and lost your kid? Wait a second. Were you saying that I threw Susie out of the house? How would you even know that? What's going on with my daughter? Well, let me just start from the top. Your daughter showed up at my house tonight. She what? Why in the world is she at your house? What is going on? I think she arrived about 11 at night. She remembered that I was the friend who took you and her camping. She was crying and told me that she had been kicked out of the house. Kicked out of the house? Is she okay? How did this happen? Well, you said that you were asleep this whole time and just woke up, right? You have to believe me. Is she still there with you right now? Yes, she's right here. I waited for Susie to fall asleep before calling you since she's so shaken up. I'm sorry, I really didn't mean to accuse you of anything. Well, I had no idea that you had gotten a divorce or anything like that. Yes, well, it really is true. We've been divorced for a couple of months now, actually. She found someone else that she wanted to be with. Oh my gosh. I had no idea about that at all. So then, it sounds like your wife might have some interest in keeping your daughter from talking all about what's happened to her. And to think I even bought into what she was saying. You mean that you were talking to Valerie about this as well? Well, she told me that you were abusive and she never mentioned divorce, just that she ran away from you. But then, does that mean that Susie was actually escaping from Valerie this whole time? What was she saying to you? I mean, it sounds like that might actually be the case. And I'm sure that Susie was running away from this other guy's house. I wouldn't be surprised if Valerie just threw her out for the night and figured she'd collect Susie tomorrow. Oh my gosh. I'm really so sorry. Valerie mentioned bruising on Susie's arm and well, I'm glad it's not you, but I'm so sorry for ever doubting you. You don't have anything to apologize for. I probably would have done the same if you had any kids as well. Anyways, if it's okay with you, I think I'd like to go to your place. I actually haven't been able to see Susie in a while since Valerie got full custody. I miss my daughter, man. And I need to apologize to her for all that happened since the divorce. And of course, we're here waiting for you.
Josh, are you there? I'm really sorry for late I am. I just got a little lost on my way over is all. I think I'm in your neighborhood, but would you mind coming out of your house and standing on the corner so that I could see you? I'll park my car and get out to look at you.
Actually, Valerie, you really don't need to bother coming today.
Wait, what? What do you mean? I'm already here. Have you gone crazy or something? I am not going to be going home without my daughter, do you hear me?
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be handing over Susie to you now or ever. And the reason why I refuse to hand her back over to you is because I know that you're the one that's been putting her through so much suffering.
I have no idea what you're talking about at all right now, but you know what? I don't think that you have a clue either. Now look, I came to get my daughter and I'm not going home without her. What would some outsider like you even know?
Sure, I might not be part of your family, but it doesn't mean that I don't know what your daughter is going through. After all, she was the one who came to me for help, and I understand that the one that hit her was your new lover.
What in the world are you even talking about? Are you really going to tell me that you're going to listen to a child over me? She was probably just talking about some nightmare that she had about me. But you can't just listen to her like that?
And just how could a child even think of such horrible things like that to tell me in the first place? I'm not just going to disregard what a child says, especially about abuse.
And just what gives you the right to say what is and isn't abuse, huh?
I don't know. I suppose that ultimate decision is probably going to come down to the police and child protective services.
Wait. What? What did you do? Did you really call them?
Oh, don't worry. I didn't call them. I don't think I could, but your ex-husband has done just that.
Well, you tell him to cut that out right now. How could you do this to me?
You know, I really wasn't going to reach out and call Alan at all. But then, it was actually Susie who told me that she wanted to go and see her daddy. I thought that she must be in shock or confused or something. But then I realized that she was being honest and I had made a huge mistake.
Oh, you have made a mistake. Do you have any idea the kinds of things that Alan has put me through? He's lied to you about everything. I had to leave town. I had to leave everything behind to get away from him.
You two got divorced about 2 months ago, is that right? Do you think I could see the divorce form that you both signed? After all, I know you were the reason for the divorce.
Why? Did he tell you that I was cheating on him? Well, that's another lie. I waited until after the divorce before getting with my current boyfriend.
Call it whatever you want. It sounds to me like you had the sky in the wings if you weren't with them already.
Just give me my daughter back already.
I'm sorry, but we're not even at home right now. I think that if you want to try and get your daughter back, you're better off going to a social worker. Either way, I'm not going to be meeting with you today.
Why are you doing this? What's the matter with you? How could you do this?
I didn't do anything. If you're looking for anyone to blame, you can go ahead and blame yourself. You chased your daughter out of her own home late at night and didn't care at all about where she was until I contacted you. You or your new boyfriend were probably the one who left the bruises on her arm. How could you ever think that I was going to give your daughter back to you after this?
Please, Josh, you really do have this all wrong. You have to know that I only have her best interests in mind.
That's why you threw her out of the house yesterday?
You don't know the full context. That isn't what happened. Please, you're not listening to me.
You're right, I'm not. And the reason why I'm not is because your own daughter is here telling me that you're lying.
Okay. Maybe I used to be a little strict with her in the past, but that's not what's happening now. She's just holding a grudge.
Even if I did believe you, you're not doing yourself any favors at all by telling me that. Anyways, I'm just a messenger letting you know that your daughter isn't here. If you want her back, that's going to be between you, your husband, Susie, the police, and the CPS. As for me, I want nothing more to do with this. Thank you very much. After that, I heard from Alan that Valerie was soon picked up after the cops were in my neighborhood looking for her after being tipped off that she would be there. After that, she was taken to court and charged alongside her boyfriend for child abuse. The judge transferred custody of Susie to Alan right then and there, and she went to go and live with her father. As you might have guessed, the reason why Valerie even wanted to hold on to custody was to get child support checks out of Alan. Meanwhile, she was using that money to treat her and her boyfriend to expensive dinners and presents. It turns out that her boyfriend was also in quite a bit of debt and had convinced Valerie to go in debt in an attempt to help him out. By the time the trial was done, not only were they deeper in debt, they also had to serve jail time. Alan was so happy to be reunited with his daughter and thanked me for being there for him. I just told him that I was glad that Susie was safe. I told him that I would get in contact with him soon about another camping trip. He told me that Susie is really looking forward to it. And thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Amanda, are you there? It's been a while since we've last talked, hasn't it?
Wait a second. Is this Cindy? Oh, yes, I suppose it has been a while. I'm sorry for not reaching out sooner. Is everything okay? Is there something that you wanted to talk to me about or something like that?
Oh, I just knew that you would be surprised at getting a message out of the blue from your mother-in-law like this.
Well, yes, I suppose I am just a little bit surprised to be hearing from you.
Oh, come on, you don't need to play coy with me anymore. I know that you have no idea what I might be messaging you about right now. But the truth is that I'm reaching out to you right now because I wanted to apologize. You see, I realize that I don't think you and I have had a single chance to see each other in person since the wedding. And the worst part was that both my son and my husband were telling me that I should reach out and that I should try and spend more time with you and get to know you better and all of that. But at the time, I just really couldn't help but feel as if my son had been stolen away from me and that you were the one who did the stealing. I just couldn't get over those feelings.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much for telling me all of this. I really appreciate it, Cindy. but I don't hold it against you at all, you know? You just care deeply about your son, and that proves it, right?
Yes, well, even so, acting that way is just a little bit unbecoming for a woman my age, and I'm just a little embarrassed that I was acting like that at all.
Well, like I said, I really don't hold any of that against you whatsoever, but thank you for reaching out and apologizing.
So then you're saying that you'll forgive me for being so pig-headed about this whole thing? After all, I know that I haven't really been the nicest person to you. I mean, I never invited you to our house so that you could come and see how my husband and I live. I never invited you to any family gatherings that we've had since you and Jerry got married. I've basically just kind of ignored you this whole time.
Yes, that's true, and I won't lie, not going to your house and to those family gatherings did hurt my feelings a bit. But you've given me such a sweet and genuine apology here that I just don't know what else to say except that, of course, I forgive you. I'm actually so happy that you reached out to talk to me like this. Thank you so much.
I guess I just never let myself see what a truly sweet and caring girl you are. It makes total sense what Jerry sees in you as a partner now.
Thank you again for those kind words, but do you mind if I ask just why it is that you're apologizing so suddenly? I mean, I feel like Jerry stopped talking to you about this a while ago, and you and I haven't even sent each other a message in 6 months.
You're right. The truth is that I had been going back and forth about doing this for a long time, and it was only until the other day that I caught a cold, you see. And I was stuck in bed all day, but it gave me a lot of time to think, and that's exactly what I did.
I see, but I hope that that cold is past and that you're all better now.
Oh, yes, I am much better now, thank you. But I just never realized just how much hurt I was probably responsible for with my actions towards you. And anyways, well, I don't want to drag this whole thing out longer than it needs to be, but I just figured an apology is the least that I could do for you. So anyways, I just hope that you can forgive how selfishly I was acting, Amanda.
Of course, Cindy. Thank you so much for all of this. You have really made my day, my month, gosh, maybe even my year. I've been hoping for so long for something like this to happen, for you and I to finally start to be able to get to know one another. I mean, you're my mother-in-law, so obviously your approval means a ton in my life. I'm sorry, I don't really know how to put into words what I'm feeling and thinking right now, but I'm very, very happy.
I would also like to get along with you and get to know you better as well. In fact, what if you came over this summer for a bit?
Do you mean it? Would that really be okay with you?
Of course. You're always welcome at our house, and you always should have been as well. Bring Jerry along too, and we'll have a nice reunion.
Thank you so much for the offer, Cindy. I really appreciate it. But, there's just one thing.
What's that? Is everything okay? Is this summer no good for both of you to come over?
Well, it's just, I didn't think that this was ever going to happen, so I've already kind of filled my summer with work.
Oh, that's right. I had almost forgotten that the both of you work, isn't that right? Well, that really is too bad then.
I mean, I think that we might be able to go if we weren't spending the night or anything, and it would probably have to be a bit of a shorter visit.
Well, at that point, you might as well just drive down here, wave to us, and then turn around and drive all the way back. If the trip doesn't work this summer, then let's not force it.
I know, but I just feel so bad because this is kind of what I've been waiting for, and I don't want to miss this chance.
Amanda, I promise you that there will be other chances. I'm turning over a new leaf with you. I just want to be able to meet, so we'll just find another time, okay?
Great, then I'll keep looking for a day when we could do a quick day trip up to your guys' house and visit for a bit.
I wonder if Jerry will want to come with you to visit with us. And of course, I really do wish that you two would come spend the night, but... Well, it's just that Jerry told me that if I was going to be ignoring the way that I was, that he wouldn't be visiting home anymore.
I see. Well, in that case, just leave it all to me. I'll talk to him and I'll make sure that we're able to work something out. And then we can hopefully just talk this over in person when we do eventually go over, right?
Oh, Amanda, I was so wrong to ever have judged you. Thank you so much for everything. Well, I suppose that's just something to look forward to this summer. If you can swing it, that is.
Yes, of course. I'll be sure and do that. I'll let you know as soon as we have the tickets to go over there. Hey, Cindy, are you there? I just wanted to say how sorry I am about being late. Our landing kept getting pushed back while I was in the air.
Oh, no, goodness, are you serious? I was wondering what was going on with your flight. But I'm sure that you must be exhausted after a trip like that, right?
Well, I tried to get as much sleep as I could on the plane, but... Anyways, Jerry was telling me that you were going to be picking me up, right? I'm in the airport now, but do you have a sign or something I should be looking for?
No, I don't have sign or anything like that at all.
Oh, I see. Well, I'm outside now, and this is a pretty huge parking structure. If you could tell me what kind of car you have or what color it is, or some way that I could find you just a little easier.
Oh, I'm afraid that you could search around the parking building all day and you still wouldn't be able to find my car. And that's because I was never ever going to go and pick you up from the airport.
Wait, what? I don't understand. What's going on here? Are you being serious?
Oh, I can't believe you still haven't been able to put all of this together. You really aren't the brightest bulb, do you know that? Did you really think that I was about to just open my arms to you and let you into the family?
Wait a second. Are you telling me that this whole thing has just been one giant lie? Even your big apology that you made to me, was that also just one giant lie? Are you kidding me?
Of course it was a lie. Why in the world should I have to apologize to you, huh? You've been with my son for a whole year now, and for some reason you two still aren't splitting up. But I was never ever going to let you into my family, especially not after Jerry brought back a much better girl than you to introduce to us before you two were dating. Jerry's last girl was so pretty and kind, and she was much, much smarter than you.
I see. Well, I don't really have anything to say to that at all.
But I really am so sorry for getting your hopes up. Not. Oh, and don't bother trying to call Jerry for help. He is actually out with my husband running some errands right now. Except that he left his phone at home, so he wouldn't see any calls from you.
Well, I wasn't going to call him for help anyways, Cindy. In fact, I think I'll just turn around and go home.
Oh, wow. Is that really what you're going to do? You're just going to turn around and fly all the way back? You realize you just got off a 4-hour flight, right? Oh, man, if you do this, that will actually be so funny. Wow, who knew it would be this easy to trick you? I suppose that is one thing you're good for, at least.
You really just don't get it, do you? I mean, what are you going to do when Jerry and your husband find out what you've done?
You really think that they're going to be shocked about this in the least? After all, they both already know how much I hate you. In fact, you said yourself that Jerry was warning you not to listen to me and not to make this trip out here, right? It sounds to me like you should have listened to him. If you did, then you wouldn't have ended up in such a bad spot as you're in now.
Okay, fine. If that's the way that you're going to be about this, then I guess I feel like I understand you a bit better now.
First of all, you should know that a nasty little girl like you has no business at all being married to a man like my son, got it? You know, when Jerry told me that you were raised by a single mother and only ever finished high school, well, I almost fainted right then and there. After all, for someone like my son, a graduate from a very good university, to end up with a lowlife like you, well, maybe it's to be expected from a boy who keeps his head too in his books for his own good. It just made him more vulnerable to being tricked by the likes of you, and that is exactly what you did.
I'm sorry, Cindy, but I did nothing to trick Jerry into liking me at all, and I really resent you even saying that.
And just why should I care about what some stupid little nobody like you has to say, huh? Besides, I know that you're just with my son because you see him as a meal ticket. Well, I hope you know that I'm not going to let you get away with this for much longer. I will deal with you in the ways that I know how.
I don't understand how you can call me all kinds of horrible names and insult me like that right before you start handing out threats.
How dare you talk back to your mother-in-law like this? You see, this is exactly the kind of behavior that I'm talking about. A wild child like you has no business at all being with my son. So how about you follow through with what you said, get back on the plane, and go right back to where you came from? Because I certainly don't want you setting a single foot in my home.
Oh, trust me, I don't need you to tell me not to come back here. I was never planning on returning here to begin with.
Well, good then. I just wish that my son would hurry up and realize that he is better off not wasting his money and time on a woman like you. In fact, when Jerry does get back from running those errands, I think that I'm going to give him the idea that he should reach out and talk to his ex again. Then your days as a couple will be truly numbered.
You do whatever you want, but I wouldn't hold out hope that your plan is going to work.
You say that, but I know my son, and I know he'll do just as I push him to do. In fact, the whole reason why I invited him over this time was so that I could talk to him about leaving you. I thought that this might be the perfect chance to finally get rid of you. So thanks for being such an idiot and walking right into my trap. Yesterday must have been such a pain for you, Amanda. But tell me, did my husband and son make it there all right at least?
That's right, they're here. They arrived not that long ago, if you must know.
Well, then I suppose you know what's going to come next, right? Jerry is going to propose a divorce with you, and then you are finally going to be out of my life for good.
Oh, really? Is that what you think is about to happen here?
Of course. Jerry is going to tell you exactly what I told him that he should say to you, and then the two of you will be over. Unless you two have already talked. Don't tell me that I missed it.
No, don't worry. It's done, and you won't ever be seeing me ever again. So please, just go on with your life and forget that I was ever even a part of it, no matter how briefly.
You mean you two are really going to be getting a divorce? And you're really ready to take that step with him? Oh, this is amazing.
Oh, there is going to be a divorce happening, but that's going to be between you and your husband. And none of us are ever going to interact with you ever again, so please understand and never message me or any of us again.
Wait, what? What in the world are you talking about? Why in the world would my husband and I ever get divorced?
Well, I don't know, but your husband told me that he didn't want anything to do with you anymore. He said you were a terrible person, and he'd been thinking about this for a while, in fact. But I guess what you did to me was enough to push him over the edge.
You can't be serious about this, right? I mean, this doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever.
Really? I mean, it felt like if you just stop and think about the way that you've been behaving, it would make perfect sense.
But, wait, this still can't be right. I mean, why am I the one getting divorced when it should be you? This isn't right.
I don't really know why you think I would be able to answer that question for you. Why don't you try talking to your husband tomorrow about his decision?
I have been trying to get through to him, but neither him nor Jerry has been responding to me at all. But they're there with you now, right? Can you put one of them on the phone, please? I know that you had something to do with this. I know that you're just plotting against me and trying to take me down. That's why you're trying to scare me with these lies.
I'm sorry, but I really don't have time for any of this. We're all out eating dinner right now, and I'm trying to enjoy my meal.
Wait, no, you can't just stop talking to me. You have to tell the boy. I'm serious, this isn't a joke. You have to tell them for me. Amanda, are you there? There's really something that I think you and I need to talk about. Is now a good time? Please get back to me when you see these messages. This will be our last chance that I bother you like this, I promise.
What is it now, Cindy? What could you possibly want from me now?
Oh, thank goodness you responded. I was actually so worried that you wouldn't pick up. And no matter how many times I tried to reach out to my son or my husband, nobody is getting back to me. Actually, my husband left the house today and said that he was never coming back.
Oh, really? Well, I didn't know that he had done that. I guess you two are split up then.
I really am so sorry about all of this. I never meant to cause such drama.
I really don't think that there's any need to apologize to me at this point. I mean, you already tricked me, so it's just a bit late.
I know, but I really am sorry about that. About everything, in fact. I shouldn't have tricked you, and I shouldn't have lied to you, and I shouldn't have treated you the way that I did.
Great. Well, while I appreciate you apologizing to me, I'm not going to forgive you for the things that you put me through.
You know, I thought that you were lying to me about my husband wanting to get a divorce from me, but I guess it's really happening. When they came back home after they had gone to visit you, my husband served me with the divorce papers and told me that he wanted me to sign them right away. He told me that he just couldn't stand to live under the same roof as me anymore, and that this is all that he wanted from me now.
Yeah, I mean, when your husband and I were talking the other day, he made it sound like he was pretty fed up with your behavior and attitude. I can't really say that I blame him for any of that.
But I never thought that things would come this far. I know that I've done mean things, but I didn't think that my family would react this way towards me about them. It was only when my husband finally said that he wanted to divorce me that I finally thought that might have gone just a little bit too far. But I think that if you could just find it in your heart to forgive me, that my husband and son could too.
Yeah, I really don't think that would actually work out that way for you at all. I mean, you should know that your husband isn't just leaving you for the things that you've done to me. He's leaving you for many more reasons than that. I just told you that he was getting sick of your attitude and had been fed up with you for a while, didn't I? The way that you always brag about yourself to others and that you're always trying to tell people that they should be more like you, he's just sick of the way that you hold yourself.
But it's not like I'm saying any of these things to be mean or anything like that. Besides, is that really worth getting a divorce over?
Are you sure that it's not just for the sake of being mean? Because I feel like most adults your age would call it just that. You get off on hurting people and making them feel bad about themselves. It really is pretty simple from where I'm standing.
So then, what is this all about? You're just trying to get your revenge on me because you feel that I've done something to hurt you? Is that what's going on?
No, that isn't what's going on at all, but you do certainly know how to push people to their limits with you, it seems. And I think that now you've just done it with the one person who probably showed you more patience than anyone else on Earth.
But I don't understand. He's never said anything to me. He's never asked me to apologize or to explain myself.
And maybe he should have. But if he didn't, it's probably because he hoped that you, as an adult, would be able to figure it all out on your own. And it's clear from the way that you're talking now that you still haven't even really reflected on what you've done wrong.
But that isn't true. I have thought about what I've done to you, and I won't ever let it happen again if you can just help me out with my family.
Yeah, I think that your husband is wanting to think even more about the way that you act and treat people.
But did he say that to you? I mean, did he say that he wants to say sorry for all of those things? If I do that, do you think that he'll come back to me?
I really just don't even know what to say to that. First of all, I don't think that he wants to apologize for any of it. Or rather, I don't think he really cares. Second of all, it's not like he hasn't ever said anything. I know for a fact that both of our husbands have talked to you repeatedly about your behavior. So please stop trying to pretend as if your divorce only has to do with the way that you were treating me, because that simply isn't true. This is your problem, and I really don't have time to be dealing with this, so just please leave me alone. After that, I heard from Jerry that his parents did end up getting divorced. His mom fought the whole time against it, but in the end, she signed the papers and moved back to her hometown in disgrace. Both Jerry and his father were so apologetic to me about how Cindy had treated me, but I told them that I was just glad that chapter of our lives was behind us. Now my life is much quieter and much more peaceful, and I couldn't be happier for it.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Hey Mike, the wedding photos should be available for download today.
Hi, Sarah. I just checked them out.
Oh, really? For real?
Yeah, I'm gonna look through them.
They all turned out so beautiful. The one of us during the first dance is amazing. And the sunset photos in the garden?
The wedding was really fun.
Everyone seemed to enjoy themselves. It was such a special day for us.
Your dad's speech made everyone cry, not just us.
And your sister's toast was hilarious. All our family said it was a wonderful ceremony.
The photos came out great.
I love how they captured all the little moments. Like when you got emotional during the vows.
Hey, I wasn't emotional. I just had something in my eye.
Sure. Everyone looks so happy in them.
It'll be a great memory.
We have so many more fun things ahead of us. Plus, our honeymoon next week.
Yeah, you're right.
I've already started packing. Should we get some new summer clothes for the trip?
Whatever you think is best.
I'm so excited. After the honeymoon, it'll be your birthday next.
I'm looking forward to that too.
We should plan something special. Maybe we can invite some friends over?
Being married means we have events to celebrate all year round.
But it's not just about the special occasions. We should cherish the ordinary days too.
Cherish the ordinary days, huh?
Like just having breakfast together, or just watching TV on the couch.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thought.
I think that mindset is really important for married life. The little moments matter just as much as the big ones.
We'll be together for decades, so let's try to keep that newlywed feeling alive.
That would be wonderful.
My boss actually mentioned in her wedding speech that the secret to a happy marriage is never forgetting what it felt like to be newlyweds.
From her speech at our wedding, right? I remember that well. She seemed really touched by our ceremony.
I really took that speech to heart.
She gave really good advice.
My parents always said the same thing growing up.
About staying in love?
A couple should never stop talking to each other.
They said once the conversation dies, it's over. Your parents are such a good example. Married for 30 years and still so in love.
We'll have to make sure that doesn't happen to us.
Let's still be lovey-dovey when we're old and gray. Hey! I found out you were never working overtime. And I found something else that was interesting too.
You contacted my company again without telling me?